Welcome to the Heavy Leather Backyard Trailer Trash Spook Show. I'm Rui the Teenage Werewolf, and here's your hosts, Sleaze Grinder and Kelly Kapow.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. If you haven't seen our show before, here's what is about to happen. Kelly and I are about to show you highlights from the latest horror trailers and previews. Not the whole thing, just a little tiny taste.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. And, see how it feels. We'll put the tip, give you the tip, you see how it feels. You see if you want to keep going. Right? That's what we do on the show.
Yeah.
First one we got to talk about this evening is Shriekshow. Shriekshow.
Yep.
It's Halloween. If only, Kelly. If only. And best friends Alex, Riley, Sage, and Kyle. Those names annoy me.
Yeah, especially Kyle.
Especially Sage.
Really?
Yeah, Sage really bugs me.
I
guess here in Salem, you should be okay with the name Sage. But it does kind of annoy. It's a little pretentious. Do you know a Sage?
Yeah.
How is Sage?
Awesome.
All right. They head to an old abandoned fairgrounds to party. The group find a circus tent out in the old abandoned fairgrounds.
Sounds
you can imagine that, right?
Yeah.
And they encounter a ringmaster setting up a sideshow exhibit inside. That's a little weird at the abandoned fairgrounds.
Yeah.
The showman proceeds to tell the friends 3 terrifying tales revolving around various items he procured during his travels over the years. Things soon take a horrifying turn when the group realize the ringmaster is not what he seems and an ancient evil has been awakened. Now they must fight for their lives in order to survive the Devil's Night. Shriekshow was directed by Brad Twigg, who also did Wrestle Massacre.
Wrestle Massacre.
And Killer Campout. And stars
Classics.
And stars Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp.
Come on in, don't be shy. They're waiting for you.
Shriekshow. This literally looks like Kelly made this on her day off at Spooky World, which is one of the haunts that she works at.
Because it's riddled with pumpkins.
It's just a bunch of haunters goofing off and having fun.
It looks like Haunted Overload in New Hampshire. It looks like the sets are really good. You know, the clowns don't look that great.
Right.
They look like house actors at a haunt.
Yeah.
But the acting seems kind of terrible.
But this had to be, I'm assuming.
It looks fun.
It had to be like they had the haunt and the haunters already, and they're like, let's just make a movie.
Make a movie. Why not?
Don't you guys ever think about that when you're spooking people?
I mean, no.
It never crosses your mind to like, why don't we just make a movie while we're here?
We're just like, let's actually kill these people.
Yeah. Also, there's a burning pumpkin in it, which looks great.
It does, yeah.
We should do that.
You want to light a pumpkin on fire?
Rui, 2 things. Go get some gasoline and a pumpkin. All right, thank you. Shriekshow has no official date yet, but, keep your eyes peeled, and it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
And now, it's time.
For the pick of the week.
No.
Damn it.
What? It's not time for the pick of the week. It's time for Doomtube. Hey everybody, welcome to Doomtube. Let's do it with a more doomy vibe. You ready?
Yep.
Hey everybody, welcome to
Doomtube.
Every week, Rui shows me some fucked up weird video that he found on YouTube. and I get upset, and that's the way it works.
It's really my generation's hobby.
All right, what do we got this week on Doomtube?
Well, we got an alternative Pixar intro by Ethereal Snake, and obviously this is meant to improve the current intro for the famous Pixar movies.
And Pixar are cartoons that people love.
Yeah, you have the lamp that jumps on the eye.
Yeah, but let's name some Pixar movies, because I've never seen any. Let's name some. Go ahead. Is it Shrek? Is he Pixar?
I think that was DreamWorks. Look, I'm not...
I don't know what Pixar is. I know what Pixar is. Oh, Wall-E, right? He was Pixar.
I think so.
Right, the robot? I saw that one.
Yeah. See, here's the problem, is I'm an outlier in my generation. I didn't watch any of those movies because...
Guy listens to the Circle Jerks. He's not watching Disney movies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
Yeah, no, plus my parents were stingy on the Disney movies back in the day.
Let's watch
an alternative Pixar intro.
Boom. That video is sort of like what would happen if we lived in a dystopian world.
Yeah.
And they were making cartoons for children in this dystopian world. That would be the perfect intro.
Definitely.
And can I tell you something?
What?
We're very close to that right now.
Oh, absolutely.
So they might as well just swap it in with whatever it is that they're using now.
Precisely, yeah.
And just go for it.
Yeah. I gotta look into more of those like old Soviet era cartoons. I've heard they're interesting.
There you go, everybody. That's this week's Doomtube. Remember, when you go diving into YouTube, please stay in the shallow end.
Oh yeah, definitely. Don't get like, I've barely scratched the surface here.
Or otherwise, you end up in these weird places that Rui often is.
It gets a lot worse. It gets rapidly much worse.
Careful, everybody. We'll see you next week. All right, Kelly, what do you got for us?
All right, I have...
Yep, here we go.
Ooh, Monsters of Man.
Monsters.
I'm excited about this one.
Of Man. All right, here we go.
A robotics company teams up with a corrupt CIA agent and drop 4 prototype robots into the jungle to break up a drug manufacturing ring.
Okay, so far
Sounds
so
so
good.
fucking exciting.
Yep.
But, oh, here we go. When the robots go rogue and massacre a village, it's up to a handful of missionary doctors to take on the metal beast.
She's a doctor. They're all doctors. They're here on a good cause mission.
Come on, man. Okay, you're scaring her. You're scaring me. I'm scared.
Come on! Do it! Fight me like a man, come on! You were made by humans to afflict death! You were made by humans. We're different! I'm a man, I have life! You're a machine!
Metal beasts.
All right, now.
All right, first of all,
I
don't trust robots. You can never send robots to do a job. They're always going to go rogue.
I must tell you that in the future, AI, aka artificial intelligence, is going to cause us a lot of problems.
Yes.
There's no way around it. What's great is, so the heroes of this are a bunch of doctors, like Doctors Without Borders type doctors. How are they going to stop a fucking bunch of... I mean, on the one hand, they're doctors, so they know stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if they know machetes.
But they know medicine. You can't use medicine on a robot, or can you? I don't know. But anyway, it looks intense.
It looks very action-packed.
And the robots look scary.
They look so scary. There's explosions, there's gunfire, chaos.
This movie is bound to happen in real life, so watch this and prepare.
Yeah, prepare yourself.
It's going to be released on December 28th, which is just right around the corner.
A great Christmas treat for you.
I swear to you, 2020 will end someday, and it will end with a bang. Hopefully not a literal one. I mean a cinematic bang of monsters and men.
And robots, yeah.
Yes. Wait. Monsters of Man.
Monsters and Men.
Whatever the movie's called. Hey, I want to tell you about a movie.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's called Voodoo Apocalypse.
Ooh.
After disappearing for 5 years, Detective Charlie Vargas returns to Los Angeles to avenge the death of his former partner. Along with White Chocolate.
White Chocolate is the person's name?
Yeah. A young detective with a chip on his shoulder. Like Rui, the teenage intern. He's not a detective, but he's a young man with a chip on his shoulder. The two enter a world of black magic, zombies, and Mexican wrestling.
Luchadors.
In search of the infamous drug trafficker and murderer, Jimmy Vanilla.
These names are incredible.
White Chocolate, Jimmy Vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
I would love a cool name like that.
I already know Kung Fu.
Yeah, zombies, alright.
Are you talking to me? Huh? Are you talking to me?
This trailer has it all, Kelly, to me. It's got zombies. It's got polyester.
Ooh.
It's got Mexican wrestlers.
Yeah.
Which you call luchadors.
Luchadors.
Luchadors. Yeah. It's got kung fu.
Ooh.
I loved it.
The costumes look wild in this.
I loved it.
It looks silly. It looks fun. I think it looks good. Ken loves it.
Is it out yet? I don't know. I hope so.
You don't know if it's...
I don't know if it's out yet. Just look for it.
Google it, for fuck's sake.
It'll be out eventually.
We can't do everything for you.
And now, it's time...
The pick of the week.
No.
Damn it.
It's time for the Massacre of the Week. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Massacre of the Week. Joe Pal Ken, look, there he is. It's Andy, Excuse of The Fighting Fish.
Hi, folks.
And the Heavy Leather Topless Dance Party fame. And here's what happens. Andy and I get together every week and watch a Massacre movie. Turns out in horror, there's a lot of Massacre movies. A lot of massacres happening.
Piles of them.
So what we do is we watch one every week, and then we let you know what we thought. Because maybe you're looking for a good Massacre movie.
Or one that we watch.
One that we watched. So that's what we do. This week, it's Rave Party Massacre. AKA, it has an AKA, Dead Thirsty. From 2017. Do you remember 2017?
Oh boy, barely. Those were the days, huh?
Here's the summary. Care of IMDb. Set in 1992. Remember 1992? What a year.
Oh God.
Oof, it's great. During a hallucinogenic drug nightmare infused with illicit partying and forbidden sex, young ravers discover the murderous world of the Dead Thirsty. Directed by Jason Wynn, who does tween movies and Lifetime movies now. He's definitely not known as a horror director. And he will never be known. Jason Wynn, you will never be known as a horror director after this travesty
You're going to have to try a lot harder than that if you want to get out of the lifetime ghetto.
So there's a couple driving to a rave. It's a woman's birthday. She just wants to have a good time. The dude, boyfriend, is a conspiracy nut who's boiling mad over the Ruby Ridge incident, which was a debacle where, if you remember, the government had to go in and break up a right-wing militia.
I think that was sad.
In Idaho. And the FBI ended up killing a gun nut and his wife and their dog, and it was a whole big thing.
The gun nut himself survived and lived to sue the United States government.
All I'm saying is it might take bloodshed. A revolution is coming if things don't change.
Even on my birthday, you don't want me to have fun. Can't you just roll with it for one night? That is all I'm asking.
Sometimes
for
it's like
one night, enough with the conspiracy talk.
On a positive note, there are some scenes of the raves and of the rave in question, and you get some raver boobs in the first 5 minutes.
It seems like they promised the one young lady an extra $20 if she would dance topless for just 10 minutes.
Yeah,
we'll get the
exactly.
coverage. We'll, cut it in.
Yeah.
And hey, that's the peak of excitement. I have never been to an actual rave, but I've been told by people who enjoy them that they're generally more exciting than that.
I would hope so. I should note that nothing looks remotely like 1992.
Not a bit.
I think they did try to go to the vintage clothing store.
They did spring for an ancient pair of those giant pants.
I don't remember people wearing those, but I wasn't at the rave.
I do.
So.
You know, in my punk band, a kid joined at the 11th hour, and he used to wear those giant trousers, and it gave us the impression, yeah, it's time to wrap this up.
Those are not good trousers.
They're the wrong trousers.
Anyway, they both start immediately hooking up with other people. Is that how raves work? I don't know, I didn't get invited. The girl wakes up locked in a morgue drawer and screams until the guy she hooked up with finds her.
That was the only cool shot in the film.
Is that how raves work?
Yes.
That was a good shot. It was just like a sliver, in the darkness, and she was locked in there, and you felt real terror for her.
Claustrophobia. Yeah.
Because if you're claustrophobic, that can really throw you for a loop. The conspiracy guy and his new girlfriend also wake up in different parts of what is now clearly an abandoned hospital. Anyway, the four of them, plus a guy with a Walkman, try to get out of the hospital, but all the doors are locked, and there's a guy with a dog mask and an axe stalking them, very slowly.
You hear that?
Yeah. What is that?
Oh, shit!
Go! Go!
Initially, it's a mall.
Really?
Yeah.
So they cut it. So initially it was a mall, then we're in the hospital, and they're hoping that we didn't notice. I didn't notice, you noticed. It's eagle eye.
Wait, cut. Let's get that mall out of there. Give him an axe.
Eagle Eye Andy noticed what was up. By the way, so the main girl has the most annoying scream I've ever heard.
It's really awful.
And she keeps forgetting that her leg is injured. Like her leg is all fucked up.
She's faking.
And then sometimes she's limping, sometimes she's running like there's no problem. I think the worst part is that we're promised a rave and we don't get one.
A rave party. There are a few fleeting moments of raving.
Yep.
The sound is mixed so badly, and of course they're not going to pay for anything, so they just have like random beeping and thumping. And I didn't even get the impression that everyone was on the same thump there. So it's just it's not going to make you forget your fondly remembered rave experiences from back in the day.
This was literally one of the worst movies I've seen in quite some time, and this is from the year of Glenn Danzig's Veronica, and this was on par to me with Glenn Danzig's Veronica and how bad it was.
This is an unkind cut, folks. Make no mistake, Ken's saying it's bad.
Our lowest rating is one chainsaw. And that's, for me, any excuse, that's what Rave Party Massacre, aka Dead Thirsty, gets. One lousy chainsaw. By the way, no chainsaws in it, and barely a massacre.
Ken, I'm going to concur. I mean, you're a kinder man than I am, and I wasn't going to rate it that highly, but just for the sake of fellowship and just reinforcing the message that this is not a film that you should see under any circumstances, one chainsaw for me as well.
That's it for us this week. Maybe next week will be better.
Do the thing where you touch fists.
Okay. Oh, we're going to touch fists? Okay. There we go. Let's do it.
All right.
Boom. Maybe next week will be better. I hope so.
It could hardly be worse.
It can't get any worse.
Reassuring. See? A bright spot on the rave horizon.
Right. All right. And by the way, if you're having a rave, invite us. We'd like to go to one. We'll bring the glow sticks.
We're both in our 50s. We're the consummate ravers.
Well, really, if you really want to sex that thing up,
Hello Kitty track pants.
hit us up. We'll be there. That's it for us this week. Until next time, keep your chainsaw tight. No, keep your...
Do the thing with the chain and so it doesn't fly off the bar and hit you in the fucking femoral artery.
See you next week. What else you got, Kelly?
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous. Would you consider yourself a spontaneous person?
Yeah, I'm pretty spontaneous.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. When students in high school begin to inexplicably, explode, seniors Mara, played by Catherine Langford, and Dylan, Charlie Plummer,
Sure.
struggle to survive in a world where each moment may be their last. As an unexpected romance blossoms between them, Mara and Dylan discover that when tomorrow is no longer promised, they can finally start living for today.
Fantastic.
So beautiful.
Caitlin was cute, airy, hardly a reason to pop like a zit.
What happened? Caitlin exploded. What? Like a bomb?
No, like a balloon.
What?
Will I get these back?
Do you want these back?
And the hell are they gonna let us out of here?
When I know it's not gonna happen again.
Then what's gonna happen again?
It happened again a lot.
You know you can't keep a good girl down.
Listen, everyone's scared.
Duh.
Kids are literally blowing up. I think they're doing tests on us.
What's your name for the record, please?
You can ask my lawyer.
I have a moment for you where I knew I liked you.
You like me? I'm just so glad I didn't explode all over you.
Watch me run, I'm fast like lightning. Run, go, run, I'm going on.
What's gonna happen to us?
I'm never stopping, never stopping, never stopping.
E.T.
Elliot.
School's canceled.
Well, at least now you can't say things were so much harder back in my day.
You're right. You have it way worse.
This is to me, a great trailer.
Yeah,
The characters seem really fun.
absolutely.
The script seems really witty, a lot of funny lines.
Yeah.
And it looks like there's the script would call for it. There's like a shower of gore every 10 minutes because your classmates keep exploding.
Yeah, their heads are just... Looks like a teen romance movie mixed with just like a really good head explosion horror.
A coming-of-age tale mixed with...
Body horror.
Yeah. Looks great.
Yeah.
And it's out now. Spontaneous.
This is the one you're excited for.
I'm excited for this one, but I'm also excited for the next one because now, Kelly, it's time.
Pick of the week!
Pick of the week! This is the one we're all really excited for.
Yeah.
And we're all looking to check out. It's called 10 Minutes to Midnight, otherwise known as 11:50 p.m.
Yeah.
That's the alternative title.
Isn't that like a Iron Maiden song?
That's 2 minutes to midnight.
Oh, close.
That's about the nuclear clock. There's a clock. I don't know whose clock it is or who sets it, but it's the closer we are to nuclear war, the closer it goes to midnight.
Mm.
So it's about, I think it currently still is at 2 minutes to midnight. And that's what the Iron Maiden song is about.
Interesting.
So if something escalates, you know, it looks like we're going to get into a war with North Korea or something, it would go closer. 1 minute to midnight. 30 seconds to midnight. And then when it gets to midnight, kaboom. So honestly, 2 minutes to midnight, that's too close already right now.
Yeah. How do you have time to prepare for anything?
It should be 20 minutes to midnight.
Yeah.
Give us some breathing space. That's not what this movie's about, though.
What's 10 minutes to midnight?
That's not what this movie's about, though. This movie's about something completely different. A late-night radio host is trapped inside the station by a violent storm after being bitten by a rabid bat.
Wow.
I am the one who convinced Bob to give you a last show.
You got bit by a wild animal tonight. Who knows what kind of diseases those things are carrying?
You sure you're not seeing anything, Amy? Anything that's not really there?
There's Amy! You wanna bite me again, Amy Marlowe?
Look at me! Hey! It's just one of those nights.
There's never been a night like this one.
You're losing it, Amy. Everyone is saying so.
It's all you, Amy, I promise.
Strange thing, your last day. And anything, really. Everything's the same. Till it's not.
You saw this trailer.
Yeah.
I saw this trailer. Let's talk about it.
It stars Carolyn Williams of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Stretch from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Which is she also works in
She was a radio DJ in that one.
Perfect. She's back in the chair.
And she's still a radio DJ.
Yeah.
You know, they must have been like, just when they were making the movie, like, we need a radio DJ.
Who's perfect for this? Stretch.
Who can we get? Let's get fucking Stretch.
Yeah.
Call her up and see if she's available.
She's totally available.
She's like, I'm totally available. Are you fucking kidding me? Have you seen my resume? I'm available.
Yeah.
And now here she is.
The music in this seems pretty rockin'.
And by the way, Carolyn Williams looks fantastic.
Yes, she does.
TCM2, it was 1986. I don't know math, but that was like 30 years ago.
That was like 34 years ago.
34 years ago, and she still looks great. 34 years has done nothing to Carolyn Williams. It's done plenty to me, but it hasn't done anything to her.
It's done plenty to me too.
Yeah, sure has. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to this one. It looks
great. Good, sounds good. Did you notice that our friends at Vampfangs, they're in the credits there, so there's got to be vampires in this.
Wait a minute, you're telling me that our friends at Vampfangs, downtown Salem, where you can go to get custom fitted fangs. But do you believe that we live in a town where a business can exist that their whole gig is they give you custom fitted fangs?
Everybody loves vampires.
I guess so. Anyway, the point is, our pals at Vampfangs made the Vampfangs in this movie.
Yeah.
As far as we know.
I mean, I assume.
That's fantastic.
I didn't check with them.
Anyway, is it out yet? 10 minutes to midnight? If it's not out yet, it'll be out any minute now.
Yeah.
So look out for it. And that's it, everybody. That's another fantastic show.
Was it fantastic?
I loved it.
I hope people are still watching.
I had a great time. Didn't you?
Yeah.
So we got to go. But before we go,
let's get to the plugs.
Let's get to the plugs. Here it comes, everybody. It's Rui, the teenage intern werewolf. Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Here, go ahead. Talking to my fuzzball.
You just watched the Heavy Loaded Horror Show.
No, you just watched
You just watched.
No, you don't tell them what they just watched because they're still watching it. Just do the plugs.
You're currently okay.
Get that part.
And go check out our podcast, the Heavy Loaded Horror Show podcast.
There you
on
go.
Google Podcast, Apple Podcast,
right.
On the Campaneros Radio Network. Go to campaneros.com.
Yep.
You can check out our old show, Heavy Loaded Topless Pants Party, at heavyloadedforever.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Rui.
you. All right, get out of here. Thank you, Rui. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Tony Baloney. Thank you, Tony Coca-Cola. We'll see you next time on the Heavy Leather Backyard Trailer Trash Spook Show.